2025 is going to be here so
Here's how you're going to become
you
the
want
best
to
version of yourself in 6
Here's
months.
how you're going to make everything on your 20.
It's a lot, isn't it? This time of year can be the most inspiring time of year, but also the most overwhelming because there are videos, posts, articles, forums, everything telling you how to do this and how to do that. It's so stressful, but it does not have to be. I'm here to give you the actual hot tips, habits, and real talk that you're going to need to become the most hottest, successful version of yourself in 2025. This video is going to be part of a 3-part series on my channel, so be sure to subscribe down below so you don't miss out on them because I need to get my shit together for 2025 and you're coming with me. Number 1, stop getting in your own way. If you want to be the most hottest, successful version of yourself in 2025, you need to step aside and let your potential grow. Let yourself try new things. Let yourself do things without feeling embarrassed, without feeling cringe. Like, get out of your own way, okay? The longer you doubt your abilities, the longer you're going to miss the opportunities for growth, for new experiences, for new memories you haven't made yet. There is a seat for you at tables you don't even know exist yet, you know? So stop getting in your own way. And in all honesty, growth is terrifying, okay? It is so scary because it's not familiar. It is the unknown. We don't know what's going to happen, but it is a must if you want to get to the next step of your life, the next chapter. We got to be uncomfortable. We got to be uncertain. We got to be in the unknown because that's how we grow, unfortunately. It's so crappy. Like, if it was easy, everyone would be doing it, but not everybody grows because they're scared to. You're not one of those people. I know it because you clicked on this video. You're gorgeous. You can overcome that fear because that's how you progress. That's how you grow, by trying new things, by stepping out of your comfort zone. So make yourself a promise in 2025 that you're going to get out of your own way. Invest in yourself. Investing in yourself is one of the biggest and best investments you could ever make in your whole entire life because at the end of the day, you are the only you that you get. I said a lot of yous just then. Okay, so you need to stop putting your emotions, your feelings, your boundaries last. Stop putting other people before you when your cup is empty. Stop letting bad people come back into your life because you're afraid to be alone. Like, stop it. I feel like investing in yourself is also about finding your personal style. So put in a lot of effort and find things that look good on you. Find a hairstyle, trial and error, browse Pinterest for inspo. Show up for yourself always. Wear things that you love to wear. Do things that make you feel confident. If that means tanning every week, do it. If that means getting some lip filler and some Botox, do it. Like, invest in yourself and don't let anybody else tell you what you can do with your own body because we only have ourselves. We only have one of us and life is way too short to be worried about what other people think of what you do with your body. So invest in it because it's going to be the best investment you ever make. Went on a bit of a tangent there, but anyways, on to number 3, and that is prioritize moving your body at your own pace. I struggled with this habit a lot in the past because I would always see those girlies on TikTok with their 10-step gym routine that is perfected to them. I thought that would be what I would have to do to be the healthiest version of myself. I was so completely wrong, and I would do those workouts and I would hate it. I would hate every single second of it. I thought, am I really going to have to torture myself? I soon realized that fitness and being the healthiest version of yourself is doing any form of physical movement that you love and making it a journey, making it into something that you can do all the time. For example, I love walking. It is my favorite thing to do. I love chucking on a podcast or some music and just spending time in nature, seeing how many steps I can do, playing little games like how many cats can I count on my walk or how many birds can I see. Like, it's so enjoyable to me. I love walking. So I've turned it into a fitness thing where I try and do 10,000 steps 3 times a week. That is what I have found is really doable for me and really enjoyable, and I make it work and I love it and I feel so incredibly happy doing that in comparison to me doing someone else's 10-step gym routine that they had perfected for themselves, and I was hating it the whole entire time because it wasn't perfected for me. It wasn't for me, it was for them. Bottom line is, find a workout and food routine that you love and that you can do consistently and stick with it. Stay with it. Don't let the online world, the unsolicited advice that you're going to see online taint your enjoyment of this, because working out, staying fit, staying active does not have to be stressful. Habit number 4, are we up to 4? I can't remember, is minimalize your skincare routine. You need to double cleanse, tone, clay mask, serum, essence, exfoliate, eye cream, moisturizer, night cream if you want to have wrinkle-free, acne-free, clear, amazing hydrated skin. No. Absolutely not. Put that down. Put it down. I fell victim to the whole 10-step skincare routine back in 2021, and it was doing more harm to my skin than good because I was just following the trends. Everyone was saying you need to do this and this and this, and I was like, okay, even though their skincare routine was once again perfected for them and their skin type, and I was just following so blindly, and I was like, why is my skin so clogged? Why do I have so much more acne than I started with? Why does it look kind of ugly? Like, why is this happening to me? I'm following all the steps. I have super dry Sahara Desert skin, and I don't need to double cleanse. I don't need a toner. I don't need all of these serums and bits and bobs because that's just going to make my skin so much worse. I truly just needed a hydrating moisturizer, a serum, an eye cream, and sunscreen, and face tan drops if I'm feeling pale, but that's it. That is literally it. So I went from 10 products to 4, potentially 5 if I'm feeling pale. I have never felt healthier within my skin. I'm hydrated. I feel amazing. I don't break out anymore. So this is your sign right now, if you're seeing this, to minimize your skincare routine and to educate yourself about your skincare type, because everyone's skin is different and you should use what works for you and not what is trending on TikTok right now. Number 5, evaluate your inner circle. If you are hanging around with rotten fruit, it's only a matter of time before you become rotten too. I'm really killing it with the metaphors today, honestly. That's not to say that you are going to turn into this toxic, nasty person like they are as well, but their views on the world, the gossiping, the insecurities, the toxicity will eventually leak into your thoughts and taint your mindset. Let me explain. I was a part of a very toxic friend group in 2024, and I started getting the insecurity of what other people thought of me because I was seeing people right in front of me that I considered friends talking shit behind their friends' back, dragging their name through the mud when they weren't there, criticizing every move that they ever did. Mind you, I worked so hard to get rid of the insecurity of what people thought of me, how people perceived me, what their opinions were of me, and it was back. I worked so hard to get rid of that, and it was back. And it was because I was watching these friends backstab each other right in front of me. Like, it tainted my mindset. It was horrible. And I never really truly realized, anyway, how bad it was until I got out of it and I was free again. And I could work on that insecurity, and now it's gone again. And I'm so happy. The people that you surround yourself with influence the way that you think, how you view the world, how you view yourself, so much more than you think it does. So just be wary of the people that you're hanging around with because it could be costing you your growth and your mental health. I also have a whole video, by the way, of toxic friends and what to do about them. Be sure to check it out after this video. I'll leave it in the card and in the description down below. The 3 basics: food, water, and sleep. Now hear me out here before you roll your eyes and think, oh my God, that's so basic and boring. Let me talk. As a girly who never used to prioritize those 3 things, especially as a teenager, you think you're unstoppable, you think you can consume any single thing and be okay, which you are in the moment, but one day you wake up and suddenly you feel like crap because you haven't had veggies in a couple of days. Maybe you had a terrible sleep and suddenly all of your bones hurt. You just wake up one day and you're like, okay, I need to do better. And it's honestly crazy how much a good diet, a good sleep schedule, and how much you hydrate your body contributes to how we feel mentally and physically. Limit doom scrolling and phone time. We are in the age of the phone. We need our phones for everything. We'd be pretty much lost without it. Is that sad? A little bit. But we have all fallen victim to doom scrolling. And let's be so for real for a second. Let's be really, really honest, really raw. It honestly sucks. And it doesn't get us anywhere socially, mentally, or physically. It's usually a very brain-numbing experience. Unless your For You page is filled with educational videos, then pop off. But 9 out of 10 times, it's usually just a bunch of brain rot and funny videos. And this is coming from a girly that has 5 hours and 8 minutes of TikTok on her screen time. So in 2025, we're going to find things to do other than doom scrolling. It can be honestly anything: a hobby, an activity, a game, just literally anything that isn't scrolling social media is going to be better for you. I went to Kmart and I bought these little mini Lego sets. They're not Lego, it's like the Kmart ripoff of Lego. But I've been spending like 40 minutes every night just trying to build this little Lego thing. Like, it's hard, but I'm having a blast. I'm having a great time. I feel so fulfilled because I'm working towards something. It's really nice. I also play Farmville on my iPad. Hear me out, okay? It's just something other than doom scrolling, and it's a more fulfilling experience because like there's little activities to do, there's little quests to fulfill. Like I'm just having a really good time. Speaking of limiting phone time and all of that, find a hobby that you love and stick to it. I won't talk about this too much because I have a whole video where I went out and tried a bunch of new hobbies and I explained why having a hobby is a must for when it comes to happiness and fulfillment in life. So if you want to check that out, I'll leave it in the description. But even if it's something that you've always wanted to do but you're too scared to try it, try it. Try it bad, fail, make mistakes. As I said before, stop getting in your own way and just try it. Who cares if you suck at it? Because, spoiler alert, everyone sucks at the beginning. Every single person is not good at something at the beginning. Like, start over as many times as you want to start over. That's so fine. There's no limit to how many times you can start over. What's the worst thing that's going to happen? You get good at it? For example, my little hobby is painting. Like, I could sit outside with my little picnic blanket and my umbrella in the sun with some music and my paintbrushes and a canvas for hours. I could be out there for hours. It brings me so much happiness and joy that I did not have before. And having a hobby in your life is so important if you want to be happy. Let me hold your hand while I say this, but in 2025, we are going to learn how to say no and be okay with it. Learning how to say no, especially if you are an ex-people pleaser like myself, is going to be so beneficial for you. I think it's really important to remember that you don't ever need an excuse to say no. No is the answer. No is the excuse. No is no. Like, you don't feel like going out with friends tonight? No, thank you. You guys have a good time. You don't want to pick up an extra shift because it's not mandatory and you're already so tired and burnt out? No thanks, boss. Can't do it. I think the realest thing I ever heard was being a people pleaser, a yes man, a doormat, pushover, whatever you want to label yourself as, is not going to make people like you more. It is only going to make you despise yourself more because you're doing things that you don't want to do because you're too afraid to say no. So learn how to say no in 2025 if you haven't already, because it is going to help you so much. And this is coming from an ex-people pleaser who used to be the doormat of doormats. Habit stacking if you are a procrastinator. This has been the most life-changing habit I could have picked up, and it has been so beneficial for me. Habit stacking is all about doing something while you are waiting for a task to be done. For example, I am cooking my pasta and I quickly do a couple of dishes, or I put away the condiments that are sitting on the table that have been sitting there for a little bit longer than they should. Or you can even do this with your partner. For example, my boyfriend is the cook in our relationship. He makes a delicious feed. So while he cooks, I'm the cleaner. I do the dishes, I clean the counter, I do whatever needs to be done while he cooks. We have that agreement. Hype yourself up. If I'm not my own biggest cheerleader in 2025, then who's going to be? Probably my mum, but besides the point. You need to be your biggest hype person in 2025. The negative self-talk, it needs to go. Needing validation from others to feel good, that's going out the door. Self-doubting yourself and getting in your own way, be gone. I think we forget a lot of the time how much control we actually have over our lives. Like, we can control how we react to negative people trying to bring us down. We have control over how we change and grow over things that we didn't think we could handle at the time. It's incredible what we can do. So take control and hype yourself up. You need to be your hype girl, because sometimes the room is going to be empty and you're going to be the only person in that room that can cheer for you, that can compliment you. So start right now. Be the first person today to compliment you. And if you don't have anything nice to say, don't say it until you can. Be your own hype girl. Be delusional about it. Who cares? Like, you have to be happy with yourself at the end of the day. No one else's opinions matter, only yours about yourself. So hype that shit up. Let's go. As a woman, we go through 4 different stages throughout the month, 4 different phases. And depending on where you are in that phase, you're either going to feel a little bit more puffy, a little bit more bloated. You're not going to be feeling like the best version of yourself. You're going to be feeling quite low. There's also a phase in that cycle where we are on top of the world. We feel the most confident, hottest versions of ourselves. We can run a marathon. We can do everything. There's also the menstrual cycle. We don't want to talk about it. We're sad. We're hungry. We're mad. Like, there's 4 different cycles and we're going to feel different in every single phase of that. So it's really important to understand what the different phases are and how to live when you are in that phase. I don't even know if any of that made sense, but doing that has really helped me be a lot more kinder to myself. Like, at the moment, I'm in my luteal phase. I'm not feeling the best. I'm having a bad hair day. I'm feeling quite gross and bloated and puffy. I've got a little bit of help energy-wise because I don't have the energy. I do not have the energy. It makes it a little bit easier for us when we understand the phases that we go through every month. So yeah, those are all the habits and hot tips that I'm taking with me in 2025 to be the hottest, most successful version of myself. And be sure to let me know any tips that you have that I haven't mentioned today, because I would love to just go down in the comments and have a bunch of hot advice. Hot girl advice down in the comments. Let me know. Now that you've finished this video, be sure to check out my other videos as well, because it supports me so much. I'm so grateful. I'm so blessed to have you guys in my life. And without further ado, I'm gonna love you and leave you guys. I'll see you in my video on Sunday. So bye.